What's up, guys? We are back for another review, taking a look at something that I didn't expect to have. I honestly wasn't aware that these were even out, but I guess they're hitting store shelves right now, and that would be the second half of the Grossery Gang Time Wars figures. So we got 5 figures to look at today. We have got a whole bunch of new figures and then one kind of reissue that's done up in the new Time Wars aesthetic. So we're taking a look at 5 different figures today. There's still one that eludes me, Space Jump Pumpkin. I'm not sure if he's out. I'm not sure if I just missed him, but I bought everything they had and he just wasn't there. So we're going to be taking a look at 5 figures again. We've got Powered Up Potato Punk, and these are all on same style cards. So you take a look at the packaging here, and they're done up in that very retro, late 80s, early 90s kind of gross out style, which, I don't know, really does it for me. So we've got Potato Punk here. We have got Dodgy Donut, so this is a figure that we've seen before. He's just done up in the Time Wars style. And then we've got JOCK SLOP Burger. This guy is definitely new. We've got Bad Beans Shooter, and he's just a can of baked beans, which is hilarious to me. And then we've got the one that I found that I was most interested in. We have got the Powered Up Pirate Shark. So these guys, you know, they all share the same style of packaging, and then on the back they've got cross-sell, and they all have their own little bio as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to tear into these. So let's do it. Let's pull them out and take a look. All right, guys, here they are out of the package, our Grossery Gang figures. And yeah, I'm actually really excited to get into these figures. Something about them just, you know, it's a nostalgia thing. They look like old 80s, 90s toys. They, of course, always the thing that I go back to is Food Fighters. But these are really cool, fun toys, and I'm really excited that I was able to find them. So just from left to right, run them down real quick. We have got Potato Punk, we've got Dodgy Donut, Pirate Shark, Bad Beans Shooter, and JOCK SLOP Burger here. So we're going to run through each one of them individually just to discuss their sculpt and paint and all that good stuff, and talk about their little grocery that they come with as well. We're going to start with Dodgy Donut just because we've seen him a number of times at this point, but then we'll get into these new guys. So here's Dodgy Donut on his own, and we've seen this guy a number of times at this point, but this time around he's decked out in kind of a knight's outfit, or maybe it's kind of a futuristic outfit. I can't really tell. It kind of looks like he's more of a knight this time around. So we got kind of like chainmail style armor on his arms and on his legs, and you can see that his little exclusive grocery over here kind of has like a knight's helmet. So he looks very similar to what we've seen before. He just has a new outfit because the Time Wars stuff kind of jumps all over the place. As far as articulation goes, you can move the arms out, you can swivel them, and then you can swivel the legs, and they also hinge forward and backward as well. That's pretty much it. I mean, you just really are going to have them holding their weapon, and he does come with one of the flip cannons, so you can just kind of flip this and it'll shoot out. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. It's covered in bugs. Some of the other figures have a little easier to determine what their guns are, but I do think he looks good. He looks very concerned. He looks very worried, like maybe he's a little bit out of his league when he goes up against a pirate shark. But this is one of my favorites. I do like the fact that he's a bug covered pink donut. That's kind of really all he is, and he's got some green slime on his mouth. So, you know, he's kind of one of the mainstays of this line. We see him in every wave. And yeah, he looks pretty cool here too, and he's very different from his other versions. Next up, we've got Potato Punk, and this guy, as far as I know, is brand new. I don't follow the actual little groceries themselves, so I believe he's his own thing. His cannon is kind of a nuclear waste barrel. You can see his little grocery sits on top, and I didn't mention it with Dodgy Donut, but one thing that I do like with these newer figures is that the guns all have a little thing, so you can put the groceries on them. Because I don't really buy these for the groceries. I buy them for the figures, so it's nice to have a place to put those little guys. So he is a potato. He looks like he might be a bit on the dumb side. He's got kind of a stupid expression. He's got a cool mohawk. He's got a leather jacket with a gold chain, and you can see he's got some wristbands there, some blue jeans on, and he looks pretty cool. I like the idea behind him. So, you know, he's very different. He's got the Grossery Gang G on the back of his vest there, which looks really well painted. He looks like he might be kind of rotting almost. He's starting to turn. He's not exactly the freshest potato out of the sack anymore. He's a little green on top and then yellow on the front. So I dig this one. I think he's pretty cool. He's not my favorite of the ones that I've gotten so far, but I like the idea behind him, and I really like that goofy expression on his face. All right, next up we have got JOCK SLOP Burger, and this one is really interesting actually. I like pretty much everything about the design here. His gun is a bagpipes, so you can see it's got the bag and then the whatever the things are on bagpipes. I have no idea. And his grocery sits on there. He's got a kilt on, You can see he's kind of like oozing out. The legs are kind of oozing out, so are the arms. So he's kind of like a Sloppy Joe burger, or maybe like a chili burger, something like that. And then he's got like cheese coming out of his mouth, and he looks kind of like Braveheart with the blue side of his face. And obviously there's like a Scottish thing going on here. So the entire idea around this one is pretty interesting. So I'm assuming that's what it is, and it kind of makes the most sense with the blue on the side of the face, the bagpipe, the kilt. It's just a weird combination of ideas that works really well. He looks pretty menacing. He looks kind of evil, kind of nasty. He is, of course, really gross and gruesome. He shares the same kind of articulation as all the other guys do. Flip cannon, all that good stuff. But this one was a surprise favorite out of the wave for me, for sure. All the striking colors, paint job's really well done, and just the goofiness behind the whole idea of him really does it for me. Fourth on the list, we have got Bad Beans Shooter. So this guy is like what it kind of looks like to me is like an army ration can of baked beans that's kind of like spilling over. You can see like maybe those are his brains and they're kind of oozing out. The can's been cut on the top. It's got a little splat on there. The can is, it's got the ribbing on the side like you see on most aluminum cans. He's got a belt with a bunch of bullets on it. He's got beans coming out of his mouth, beans for the arms, and then he's got army style boots and pants. He has got a cannon for his flick shooter, and then his little grocery can sit on there as well. They look very, very similar. They are almost identical outside of their expression. And I think the paint job on this guy's really well done. I really love his expression, kind of like Dodgy Donut. He kind of looks like he may be a little out of his element, maybe a little worried or a little concerned about what he's jumping into. But this is another one that I really like the idea behind. It's just funny, it's goofy, it's kind of nasty, it's kind of weird, and that's what this line is about for me, and I think this one does a good job of getting that across. And last but certainly not least is the one that I wanted the most outside of Space Jump Pumpkin, because I didn't find him. So we've got my second most wanted figure in this entire line is the Pirate Shark, and that's Shark with 4 R's. So we've got him here, and he's the only non-food character in this entire wave. All the other ones are food-based, so this guy, is unique in that regard, but he's also very unique in his sculpt. Everything about this guy is pretty awesome. We've got same kind of articulation that we've already talked about. He's got this nice bright blue color scheme. We've got the eye patch going over one of his eyes. We've got that nice open mouth, and there is a sculpted tongue inside the body, which is fantastic. You can see he's got some kind of like ooze coming out of his mouth. We've got some tattered pants. There is, kind of nastiness, bugs and gunk and goop all over his back. We've got a starfish clinging on his arm there. He's got his little grocery, and then we've got a cannon here. It's kind of like a pirate ship cannon. Pirate Shark makes sense. And his missile is a trident. So, there's a reason why this guy looks so cool. I mean, is so interesting to me. He's just different. He's fun. He reminds me in particular of Street Sharks, although he's very, very different from anything like that. But it's still a nasty, goofy, weird, fun toy. And I mean, it's a pirate shark with legs. How could you not want this? So unsurprisingly, I am very much on board with everything that I just talked about here. These are weird and funny and nasty and gross toys that remind me of stuff that I had when I was a kid. And, kids like that kind of stuff. I'm sure they like it now. These things seem to fly off the shelves a lot around here, so I'm sure they are selling very, very well. I'm pretty much just a big fan of everything Moose Toys is doing with this particular figure line. And these in particular are some of the best that I think they've made to date. The Pirate Shark alone is worth the price of admission, but that JOCK SLOP burger figure is right behind it. The rest of them are just icing on the cake, but there are some true winners in this particular assortment. And now I just have to find that pumpkin figure. So that's going to do it for this look at the Moose Toys Grossery Gang Time Wars figures. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.